Hey guys, so I decided I wanted to do another kind of like unusual video, and I thought it would be better instead of my last video, kind of just ranting about stuff that's kind of bothering me. I would instead do a video that's kind of a little bit more personal, a little bit more fun. So I decided that I was going to make a video about 5 things that y'all don't know about me. And I don't know if this counts, but I would like to think of this as like a 500 subscriber special. Thank you to everyone who is watching right now. I mean, it truly means the most. Like when I started this channel in like my sophomore year, I believe it was, like I did not think I was gonna hit 500 subscribers. I thought maybe I would hit 20, maybe 25. And like a couple days ago we hit 500, and now like we're already at 533. It took me like 3 months just to gain my first 50 subscribers, and now the fact that I've gained 30 in like 2 days is just absolutely insane to me. So thank you so much for everyone who's watching, and I just want to let you know that even if you just subscribed, I still think it's amazing for all your support. If you were my 5th subscriber, if you were my 10th subscriber, if you were my 100th subscriber, if you were my 500th subscriber, I still thank all of you for the support. I love making videos that people watch. With that all said, I'm just gonna jump right into the video. Yeah, these are 5 things that you don't know about me. And I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me, because it truly does mean the most. Okay, so at number 5, my teeth were one of my biggest insecurities growing up. So like right now, I don't know how much you can see on the camera. I'll have to get a little bit closer. But my teeth for the most part are like mainly straight. And that's because when I was about like 16, 15, I got braces put on, right? But these 2 front teeth right here, like pretend these are my 2 front teeth, like they literally used to bend in like the opposite direction. And like I always got made fun of. I got called like Mickey Mouse and Chuck E. Cheese, and just like, I was always humiliated by it. And I always felt super insecure about my teeth. I got told by like one chick that I look like the Bucky's beaver, and that just never felt good. But thankfully my teeth are straight now. And yeah, that was always just one of my biggest insecurities growing up. At number 4, I kind of just wanted to list like some of my favorite films, because I think it would be great for people who haven't watched these films to start watching these films. My favorite movies would include Fight Club, The Shining, Her, Napoleon Dynamite, Brick, which is honestly one of my like favorite mystery movies, except for my last favorite movie, which is No Country for Old Men. And each one of them just holds like so much special place in my heart. Like Fight Club is just unique, there's so many themes in it to think about. I mean, The Shining obviously just has that nostalgia to it of just like classic horror movie. Stanley Kubrick is obviously a freaking genius. Like almost like if there was one director who I would say like does not have a bad film, like sure, he has like films that are better than others, but all of his films are great. It would definitely be Stanley Kubrick. So he's definitely someone I would recommend just watching all of his films if you haven't already. Her with Joaquin Phoenix is honestly one of the most close to home movies that I've ever seen. It's just something, it was one of the first movies that I watched where like I actually felt something while I was watching it. Napoleon Dynamite is from my childhood, and it was just always the movie that made me have like this aesthetic nostalgia of being a loner and a weirdo and not caring what other people thought. I mean, I used to do the dance routine all the time when I was like 5 years old. Brick, like I said, it's like such a great take on like a classic detective movie, because it just takes all the common elements that you see of like the twist and the turns and the enemies and the people who are douchebags but still help in a way, and it just brings everything together in a really great way. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great in this movie. The twist at the end of just like revealing everything that's been happening all throughout, and how certain characters are not what they seem to be, and how certain details that people thought were really important were not as important as they thought. Like it's just an amazing movie. And then lastly, No Country for Old Men. I mean, what can you say? Literally like YouTube videos analyzing this entire movie. I mean, it's the Coen brothers magnum opus. I mean, I can't recommend this movie more than like everyone else has. Javier Bardem is great as Anton Chigurh. I mean, he's obviously steals the show. I mean, like everyone recognizes the weird psychopath killer dude, but also Josh Brolin and Tommy Lee Jones are also great in that movie as well. And the themes and the whole story and just how everything flows together and the sense of mystery is just amazing. Like if you have not seen No Country for Old Men, what are you doing? Click off this video. I won't be upset. Go watch it right now. At number 3, my first job ever was working at Six Flags. And I swear to you, the first day was the craziest day that I've ever had in my entire life, okay? Oh, just a little bit of story time. 16, I got my first girlfriend and I had to mow the lawn and clean the garage just that way my parents could give me money so that way I could take her out for the first time. So obviously I looked into getting a job because I didn't want to have to keep relying on that method, and the first place to hire me was Six Flags. And the very first day, my first shift, I shit you not, was like 11 a.m. till 1 in the morning or like midnight, but it was like a 12-hour shift. First day of work at 16 years old. Yeah, there was like a 45-minute lunch break in between, but it was like so stupid. And like so much shit happened. Like they put me at the busiest game and I'm like having to track like all this different, because we have our personal banks. I was like running games at Six Flags, so we would all have our own personal banks with all the money in it. I think I cleared like well over $2,000 that night. But finally, after like one of the most stressful days ever, like I finally get done with everything. And it was midnight, because I remember like at 12:15, I'm waiting for like my supervisor to come get me so that way they can take my money and they can check me out and I can be all good to go, right? So midnight comes, everyone's leaving the park, I'm expecting to get out. 12:15, nothing. 12:30, nothing. 12:45, nothing. And I'm starting to get antsy because I'm sweaty and I'm tired and I want to go home and I want to go to bed because I know I have to get up the next day at 10 a.m. in order to actually get up for my next job. You understand what I mean. And so finally, I find my lead at like 1:15, and my parents have been waiting for like an hour and a half close to that. But even though I went through that, it kind of made me have this like thought of like, if I can do that, I can do anything. Like if I can survive that soul-crushing day of work, I can accomplish anything at any job. Like nothing can be too stressful for me. I can always embrace it. Okay, and at number 2, I was gonna say what my greatest fears are. So I actually have 2 really, really big fears. I'll do the one that makes people call me a bitch, but heights. I hate heights, I hate roller coasters. I actually remember a story my mom used to tell of being 10 years old, and she took me on this roller coaster and I was like scared for my life, holding on to my mom the entire time. And when we got off, my mom saw that I was bleeding from my mouth. And what she told me later had happened was I was so panicked that I kept biting on my lip to like stay safe, essentially, or whatever. And I ended up biting my lip so hard that I bled. So, fucking hate roller coasters. I hate heights. Doesn't mean I can't look down like 5 flights of stairs or whatever, but I just don't like them. And I think a rational fear is memory loss. Like I've always thought, like, what if all my memories were wiped? All my friends, my family, my past relationships, work, all my goals, everything just got wiped. And that truly does scare me. It truly makes me think that like I could not literally but figuratively lose everything that I've worked my entire life for. So yeah, that is a very real fear of mine. Honorable mention before we get to number 1. I was gonna say, I don't know if this counts, but I have met 2 famous people, or whatever your definition of famous is. So I met Matt Rife when I was working at my job at Chewy's. No longer work there, but he did come in and we took a picture with him. This is before he got canceled. And 2, I don't know how many of you watching this know about this, but I also met the YouTuber Wendigoon. Super nice guy. His wife is amazing. She actually took the picture of us. One of the nicest people ever. And when I recognized him, like I freaked out, and I like, he came in and I was there like literally like geeking out over this guy. And yeah, like there was even other people that said hi to him. He was honestly one of the nice guys. Like he is someone who deserves success on YouTube more than anyone else. But anyways, yeah, love him. But on to number 1. So number 1, similar to number 2, is a bit of a 2-parter. I actually share a birthday with my mom. So my mom gave birth to me on the morning of her birthday. And I've always looked at the bright side of like, I can never forget my mom's birthday because we literally have the same birthday. But on that same note, I don't like celebrating my birthday. I haven't really celebrated my birthday since I was about 18, and I am currently 20. I actually remember I always make this joke, but I actually remember what I did for my 20th birthday. I woke up at 10 a.m. It was a Sunday, so it was a rest day, so I didn't have to work out. I meditated, I went to work, I did a double. I worked from like 11 all the way till like 9. And I went home and I went to bed. And that was my 28th birthday. And I didn't even really tell anyone. I think there was one person who found out, and she brought me like a cupcake, and I told her she didn't have to do that. She did it anyways, and it was so nice. But I've never really seen so much of a purpose to it. Only 3 or 4 people actually know my birthday, excluding my parents and friends. I have 3 friends who know it, and I have 1 girl at my college that knows it, and I'm not gonna say who it is. I mean, when I turn 21, I've thought about it, and I will probably go out for a drink and not have a big party or anything, because I've just never seen the point of celebrating my birthday. And I'm not even really a big drinker, but I just thought it'd be something to do when I turn 21. And I know many people at my college who have drank before 21, but it's just never appealed to me. But yeah, I don't like celebrating my birthday. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I appreciate you watching through this video. I know it's a little bit longer than I usually make, but I want to thank you all for watching. If you watch all the way through, you obviously like this channel, so scroll down right now, make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay smart, and start taking accountability today. Peace.